Well, it looks like another militia group is getting some action over there in Michigan, Flint to be exact. Daniel Bethencourt for the Detroit Free Press reports that on Sunday afternoon, about 30 militia supporters clad in camouflage gear and bearing "Don't Tread on Me" flags gathered outside of City Hall to demand accountability amid a national discussion over how the city's water supply became contaminated. Quote, "We're here to defend this community," said Matthew Kroll, the militia's executive officer, addressing the crowd in a full camouflage outfit with a handgun strapped to his hip. "We're not going to allow the government to step on the people of Flint any longer. If it means having to take up arms in defense, we will do that as well." Bethencourt continues his observations. He says that militia members have spent the last week or so delivering non-contaminated water door to door with the American Red Cross. And McKellar said that about 50 more militia members would have come to the rally, except he instructed them to help distribute bottled water instead. You see, folks, I'm going to pause real quick before I continue reading here. The militia is not just there to go ahead and go to war with the federal government or take over, local municipalities or whatever. The militia is there to support the community. And through this very act of them helping to distribute bottled water, they're fulfilling that mandate to help and support the community. Okay, so while, liberal groups and statists they just love to demonize militia, the evil militia, they neglect to realize that the militia is there to help the community. And even in a time of a national emergency, a flood, or an earthquake, the militia can come out and help support the community. This is a perfect example of that. Now, continuing, the water supply became contaminated with lead in April of 2014 while the city was under the control of a state-appointed emergency manager. Meanwhile, get this is where it gets really, really nasty. Meanwhile, Flint residents are being forced to continue paying their water bills for contaminated water. Now, Sputnik has reported, after endangering and knowingly harming residents in Flint, Michigan, the government is reportedly threatening to take the children of those who opt not to pay to have the toxic water pumped into their homes. According to Michigan law, parents are considered to be neglectful if they do not have running water in their home. So if they do not pay for Flint's poisonous water, they could be found guilty of child endangerment. Alternet reports that local activists have spoken out about threats already having been made to local families. So, aside from passing out water, the local militia may actually be called up to protect the families of Flint from state-ordered child abductions. If that happens, you're going to see that whole situation change very, very quickly. Now, imagine this scenario playing out. They order individuals to go and kidnap these children from people who don't want to drink or pay for contaminated water. Now, how they get a heads up if that were to happen? How does the militia come and support and protect that family? I don't know what kind of a response network that militia has in place. But I would say, militia guys, if you're watching this report, and I know you are, figure it out. Figure it out, because those people are going to need you. Leave your comments below. Hit that subscribe button for updates. Give us a thumbs up if you like what we're doing, and hit that share button and push this out to your social networks. For the Next News Network, I'm Gary Franchi.
Badass shirt now available. Link in the description.